Hey everyone, this is Lutz, and today I give you an introduction of the first comments you need to know if you want to work on a Raspberry on your Linux level. So let's directly jump in. So when you enter your Raspberry Pi remotely over SSH, if you don't know how this works, watch this video. You see your username at Raspberry Pi and then this sign for the tiled, and this is a sign for your home directory. So where you are now you can figure out by typing in pwd, and this gives you the address for your home directory. You always can use this sign. It gives you the information of your home directory. If you place your home directory somewhere else, it gives you the information where it is. So now let's start and watch a bit around. So what is inside of our home directory? We can figure this out by the command ls, which is for list, and then you get the list of folders and of documents you have inside your directory where you are right now. So what you get here is in blue some folders, and in green there are some files. So if you want now more information, maybe there are more files in, you can add this command A, and then you get a full list of that what is inside your directory. And if you want to get more information, what the files are and how big the files are, you can put this L command at the end. And the next thing you can do is to make this whole thing human readable, so you can add a H at the end. So if you now think, okay, how long should it go? How many options are there? There's a simple trick in Linux. If you forget something or want to look something up, there's a, let's say, inbuilt Google. So you can just put man for manual and then the command you want to use, and there you get all the information you need. So in our case that was the list command, and we have here the A option, and this said it does not ignorate files starting with a point. And the next thing is the H. You can add this to get the size of the files in a human readable data. So it's not bit, it's just a K or M for giving you a megabyte or a kilobyte. The last thing was the L for long listing format. And if you want to use different things, here you have the complete list of opportunities, what is possible and what not. And in a good manual, you always get an example at the end how to use it. In that case, here's nothing, but sometimes you have a good manual and then you see directly some examples of that what you can do and how you can use it. So this is my first important tip. Always think about the built-in Google. So the next thing we're going to do is that we want to create a file. We have here already a bunch of files, but we just want to make a new one. So we do this by typing touch and then give it a file name. So I just say it's test.txt, and now when we just look into our table, we see that it's listed here, that one. And if we now want to add something inside of our document, we type in nano and then give it this document name. And I'm always lazy. There's a trick inside of Linux is called Autocomplete. You just hit the tab button and then it's just filling up with that what is still necessary as a command you want to use. So I put in nano for opening a new editor with a file, and then you're inside of this nano. You can type something in. This is a test document for playing around, and then you want to save it. At the bottom of the side you have now the different opportunities where you can do. I want to save it, so for me it's Control O button, and then you get asked, do you want to write it out? And you say yes, for sure. So you just hit the enter button, and then you can leave the nano, and this is done with Control and X, and then you're out. So now you're back in your bash or your console. So now you can look what's inside of this file now, what we did. And for this you type in cat and test for the file which you want to see. And then you get the result that it's a test document for playing around, and that is exactly that what I typed in. So next thing we're going to do is we want to create a folder. The command for this is mkdir for make directory, and we just give it the name test. And what we do then is that we copy our document we have inside of the test folder. So we just say cp for copy, and then we just go to the test folder and just place it here. Okay, I had a small mistake inside because I just have to put the whole name for the file, so it's not just test, it's test.txt, and then you give your destination. So it's just, in my case, it's that one. Here we go. Now we can have a look if it's inside. So we just give it here, this list command, and then we see that it's available. So what we can also do is not to copy it, we can also to move it. So this is the same structure of the syntax. So we just put it here and saying, okay, we have a second one, and then we can use again the list command. And what I use here is, because I'm lazy, is the arrow up. So you get your last comments you used on the comment, and there it is. Also helpful if you're talking about the arrow up is the history. This is always used if you're forgetting something, so you can look up what was your last comment you used, and there you can see what you have done as last point. So what we see here now is this test files, and if we say now, okay, I'm rid of it, I want to delete it, you can change your directory and go there. So it's just with the cd command, and then you go here and just list it again to check if you're in the correct directory. And then we just say remove test.txt, and then it's gone. So we can also remove the directory, and if you want to remove a directory, you have to add this -d option, and then you give it the directory name. And if it's empty, it's working, but in my case it's not empty. So what's happening? I get an error prompt that it can't be removed because it's not empty. So in that case you have to use the -r, and then it's gone. So that's all for today, by a quick introduction into Linux using your Raspberry Pi. And next time we will talk about some more difficult stuff, and see you there. Goodbye.